These are either working me out or working my last nerve.
Foolish. Beat everything out in terms of pigment, wear time, formula.
I'm offended even having to look at a photo of this. Stop the war on lip gloss.
Make lip gloss great again. I want that formula to be museum wax.
These I got in PR. I didn't hate anyone enough to even give these away.
Do you remember the Glam Glow lip plumpers?
Oh, yes.
I called urgent care one day on my way to work.
Reckon, honey. A bitty, 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 bitty. My favorite T.S. Madison video. Did you see she won Logo's Icon of the Year?
Did she?
Mm-hmm.
Is Logo still a thing?
Drag her.
I didn't are they like still a TV network?
Mm-hmm. I think so, yeah. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to a new episode of Beautiful and Bothered. Kevin, start the timer. We always realize to start the timer about 10 minutes in. And
after we get
it's anybody's guess. Yeah.
The intro.
Yeah, yeah. And then we're like, how much do we forget? Where are we at?
Literally. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, no. I got something in my teeth.
I think it's
Oh my God, this is bad. Okay, the teeth are clean. I just had a sandwich. You were forced to eat ham.
And I pulled the ham off of the second half because I was very hungry.
So you just ate
bread and jalapenos, lettuce, onions,
jalapeno and ham.
Girl,
I can't do ham. Cold cuts in general are a dicey situation.
I ate the first half of it and then well, it's been nice. I'm gonna
yeah.
I don't know what it is. Christmas ham? Cold cut ham?
Yeah.
It's a no-go, mama. When it's pink and it looks uncooked. I think we've spoken about this before.
I think so,
candidly.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it, Sam I am. I don't like it, green eggs and ham.
No, Christmas ham is just, that's like eating human flesh.
And don't you dare put a pineapple fucking chunk in it.
It's like human flesh.
It might as well be.
I know.
It might as well be. If you told me I cut off flesh and then I flipped it upside and that's human flesh, I would be like, I believe you.
Yeah.
Mama, I believe you.
We ordered deli sandwiches.
Jeffrey Dahmer bringing a sandwich to his next door neighbor saying, eat it. I made you a sandwich.
Yeah. And they messed up your order. You're braver than me for eating it. I wouldn't have done it.
I ate, you know what? Okay, I'm going to share something. I feel a little gross.
Okay.
And I think it's a mind over. Oh my God. Ew, I burped and it tastes like ham.
Ew.
And Alani.
Ew.
Oh my God. I think it's a mind over matter thing. And it's, because even when sometimes when it's turkey has a slime on it.
Yes.
Oh my God. It's so cold cuts can be so disgusting.
That's why I always get oven roasted turkey because I feel like it's a little less slimy.
Well, I want turkey that's dry, mama.
Or cold cut.
Wet and gushy.
In the cold cut universe, even chicken, cold cut chicken, I feel like is not that some cold cut turkey you can see a reflection in. Oh, and it has the veins running through it, which normally I love.
I love a good little visible vein, mama.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I suck them out.
Well, that's enough of that. We on today's episode we are reviewing. So this is super exciting. Kevin found this. This is, we think, their first time doing this. Maybe.
Yeah, I believe so.
Cosmopolitan Magazine's Holy Grail Beauty Awards for 2024. So it's kind of interesting that they released this in May of 2024.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because I found their methodology.
Okay.
And they put it in. So first of all, campaign image for the makeup section, which
stung.
The skincare image, the fragrance image was stunning. The methodology, they give you the full timeline that April 2023 to December 2023, we, the Beauty Cosmo team, compiled data on the noteworthy beauty launches while continually researching and reviewing thousands, yes, actual thousands of products that come across our desks. December 2023, they organize the 500 plus standout products and treatments into categories across everything we're about to go into: nails, tools, hair, makeup, whatever. And then January 2024 to March 2024, the top products in each category are sent to a select group of beauty-obsessed Cosmo staffers in this beauty division. For an 8-week testing period, the staffers are asked to honestly evaluate the products based on the following criteria of efficacy, ease of use, value, and innovation. And then in March of 2024, the Cosmo staffers submit their favorite products along with detailed feedback, notes, everything for the rest of the Cosmo beauty team to review. And then they take all that info and created a list of the 216 winners.
Wow.
For this whole list. So this is really products from 2023.
Going back to April 2023.
Yeah. So like, this is almost like doing your taxes for the previous year.
First thoughts, Allure found quaking,
found
dead
in the alley.
Yeah.
By the dumpster. She's like, please, sir. Yeah.
I love that they're being transparent about the process. And I will say, just even from us skimming, we said it last week, teasing this episode, that we were kind of like really impressed by what we had just seen in flashes, because Allure could never be. I'm sure some of these are paid. Some of these have to be, paid. Like, let's just say greased palms. So I'm sure they are judging things fairly, but let's just say
it came across their desk and they said
some things weren't allowed to leave the desk.
Yeah. They didn't. They had to make this list.
Yes.
There was a budget for it, mama. Cosmo has to keep the lights on.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm super excited to dive into these, and maybe it's going to I would say dethrone Allure, but like, it shouldn't have they shouldn't even be in the castle. I don't understand why they're the authority.
Yeah. So, and I think you'll see and feel the major difference. But before we get into that, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think of my under eyes? Do they look different to you? One side versus the other?
I like your left better.
This?
Yeah.
Okay, me too.
Why?
It's same concealer.
Okay.
But I set them with the new Tarte powders, the new creaseless under eye, the lavender and the pink.
Okay. Good.
And Miss Lavender.
Yeah.
Almost made my under eyes
Gray.
Look and feel darker and more drab.
Oh, so that is what I'm noticing. The different. Oh, you just like had one eye bulging. Yeah, J-Lo.
My glass eye.
Yeah. The eye I like better. I know you're wearing makeup, but like it looks so skin-like. That under eye, almost looks like you have nothing on. Like it, but it's more, it matches the tone of everything else better. The darkness is covered better. It looks more skin-like, where the other one, I could tell it looked lighter, and it looks a little ashier.
Agreed. And the lavender is in the room with us. Yeah. She is purple. When you pull her out, I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
And
then put it on, but it goes on like very light, like it brightens. And I think maybe in a perfect world, I would put the lavender over here a little bit, like in the inner corner, but setting the whole under eye, it's doing too much.
Yeah.
Team too much. But
what was the other color you used?
Pink.
Oh,
so
okay.
Pink and then lavender.
Oh, nice. And is the form like really finely milled?
It's very, very finely milled, and it's not like smoky.
Okay. Not Laura Mercier's secret brightening powder?
No.
But
like,
got rid of their best powder.
It's almost a cross between like the Huda powder, kimchi in terms of texture.
Okay.
And it's somewhere in the middle there, but leaning more towards like the Huda powder, very smoothing.
Wow.
And it goes on beautiful. It has like a little triangle puff in like the lid. So it's not, but I still like to use a bigger puff to get a little more like control and something a little flatter, not as like dense.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, we'll see.
Wow. It's about time they released something good.
Right. Well, I don't know the other shades. Let's say that.
A broken clock is right twice a day, Like,
I love that saying.
Me too. It's so like it's just very old school like that.
The grandfather clock hasn't ticked in years.
Yeah. So anyway, let's take a little break, and then we're going to come back with the Cosmopolitan Magazine Holy Grail Beauty Awards for 2024.
Hello, beautiful and bothered family. Dears, sip your tea, drink your wine. Make sure you are following. Make sure if you are not, let me start over.
If you guys enjoy listening or watching Beautiful and Bothered, if you're having fun, make sure to check out the Beyond Bothered Patreon. We have a lot going on over there. There is bonus footage and bloopers every single week, one bonus full-length episode every single month. For a very affordable, modest price, you can keep the fun going and listen to all things stupid, candid about our personal lives. We're much more personal over on Patreon because we feel less scared.
And don't be afraid if you haven't joined yet, you're not missing out.
Yes.
So come join
you can
everybody.
Go watch everything there.
It is so amazing. Just come watch how much fun we're having doing these unboxing videos. There's going to be a new tier rolling out next month.
Link is in the description, whether you're watching on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Check that out after you're done with this episode. Join the party. All right, we're back, and I'm pissed.
So I put these in order of operations here.
All right.
As much as I could to make sense of it, to kind of start with what you would start with after skincare. So I didn't really want to go into the skincare part of it. So this is all going to be like the makeup portions of this.
We'll see. If you guys love this, we'll do, because there was 200 something winners. So if you guys love this, let us know.
Some fragrances that I was curious about. So we'll see if they end up in here. Maybe on Patreon. We don't know.
Yeah, we were saying that they were so, Kevin was going through the list and he said there was he gave them so much credit because there was so many things within certain categories that felt so niche and we hadn't even heard of that. But he was like, the way they're describing it is making me want to try it. So it's like, okay, we'll pull some, throw it over on Patreon, like stuff that we've never heard of that we're excited about. But if you guys really enjoy this, like these awards, let us know. And God knows, that was like all the fragrance category, the skincare category, nails, right?
Yeah, there was everything.
Yeah, we're going to dive in. This is mainly going to be makeup. And the reason I said I was pissed, the best mattifying primer goes to Iconic London Velvet Smooth Pore Refining Primer. Okay, I'm going to give you guys the backstory on this because you remember this.
I do.
Okay.
This was disappointing.
So I only bought this with my own money because of my beloved Robert Welsh. And he was talking about this on his Instagram stories, I believe. And I was DMing him and I was like, what is that? Like, I need to try that. It looks amazing because I love the Iconic London skin tint. We were going back and forth shooting the shit about like something else he was trying. And then this, and he was like, you have to try this. It's absolutely amazing. And I was like, okay, I'm on it. Ordered it. You and I then used this filming a beauty video that never got posted. And for some reason, it was, yes. And I cannot remember what the theme of it was, what we were doing. I don't know if we were trying a new foundation or a new whatever.
I remember.
We thought this was the problem. And I will say we never tried it since. But I can't remember. Did we try it with a new foundation as well?
I want to say we used it because the foundation I'm not remembering, but I remember this being the video with this, the Patrick Ta blushes and the pink and the peach.
Yes.
I'm like having like a weird,
it's
I
like
forgot that never got posted.
I have the footage of it still, but it just got lost in the sauce of like that time, the beginning of the year. Like it never went up. Yeah.
Well, maybe it'll go on Patreon.
Yeah, no, really, like blast from the past, because I recall in that video feeling like we process of eliminationed it down to this. But we only tried it once. I still have it. And honestly, I will put it this way, is I trust Robert so much. And the fact that this is on this, it's getting an award. The child mentioned a check. An award. God, I used to know every line from The Grinch. The fact that this is getting an award makes me want to revisit this. I'll put it that way. But only trying it once in that video eons ago, I can't really.
I feel like it was definitely a foundation, and I think it's worth trying again.
Yeah.
But I remember using this myself because I don't think if I can use it, it wasn't mattifying.
Yeah.
You know, it's more blurring than mattifying. So I don't know if the mattifying is in the room with us. I think it's more blurring. I don't know.
I literally had it front and center on my desk because it's the last time we used it.
Oh, it sounds dry.
That powdery thing.
Oh, I don't know.
It almost feels like the Smashbox primer, but matte in the sense that it doesn't have, you know how Smashbox keeps the lube, the
silicone,
Swiss Navy,
the Swiss Navy silicone lube feeling.
Yes, where it almost goes from like whatever this consistency is, liquid, whatever, to powder-ish. But this is apparently smoothing and pore refining in the whole nine. So I got to try this with the foundation I love and give it another shot.
Try it under like the She Glam stick.
Absolutely.
I feel like that'll be a good tell.
And that's the thing too, guys. If you ever want to like figure out like, okay, is this mattifying primer actually going to be mattifying? For instance, for me, I know the Dior and the Revlon Color Stay, I could wear those on its own and I'm not going to get shiny. Where then if I wear, let's say, the Supergoop Skin Tint or the She Glam that are more of that satin finish in the middle, I will get a little glowy throughout the day. it'll still look beautiful, but pair something, if I'm going to test out a mattifying primer, it's better to pair it with something that you get a little, that your foundation isn't doing all the work. You know, it still looks good on you, but because you want to then see the difference if this is actually going to mattify you. So yeah, maybe I'll try this out soon and see.
Okay, and then we're going to hop right into complexion. So we have the best tinted moisturizer. So this is the Hourglass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. I hated this product.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. I felt like it just emphasized texture on me personally. Okay. I loved the idea of this, the amount of coverage and everything, but I felt like, again, almost like, the Anastasia Serum Stick Foundation.
The bomb.
The bomb stick tint, whatever.
The bomb. The Bears. You never saw that from...
Da Bears.
From SNL.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my God.
SNL? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bears.
Da Bears. Yeah. Oh my God.
What do you love? The Bears.
This is...
I knew I could get you. I'm sorry, guys. I was laughing when I saw this photo because I always feel like it was a year ago. I remember you gooning over this on Purchase or Pass, being excited to try it. Like,
it sounded so beautiful. And listen, it feels great, but I remember even putting this on a couple people, like when I've been in stores and stuff, seeing this on everybody's skin. And now, mind you, like if somebody isn't taking care of their skin or it's not as hydrated, I can understand. But like I prepped my skin, I would put this on and then it would just look like...
And we are buffed and sandblasted.
Like it would look like I had already been wearing it for 6 hours.
Oh, wow.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay, so when I say something looks undone, it looks like I've been wearing it all day unset.
Okay.
Because then it's like, it's not covering. It looks like it's patchy. Like it feels as if I went outside in 90-degree heat with a skin tint unset and this is what it gives me. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think this is especially thinking now 2023. Yeah. I don't think this is the best tinted moisturizer.
No, because I'm trying to think what else has come out since.
And okay, so this is what I want to fight too with this list. And I want everybody to keep this in mind. These products 2023. There are products in here that didn't come out in 2023 that made the best of this list.
When did they come out?
Years prior.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Paid. Or in their opinion, nothing was better. Yeah.
But then
yeah.
Why do we have something like this where I feel like other things could have rivaled it?
I understand what you're saying. Because if that was the criteria of nothing is beaten product X
tinted moisturizer
from 5 years ago, why are we putting in something worse than it? I know what you mean.
Yeah. So
interesting.
I don't know if I agree with this one. I can appreciate that maybe on somebody this works, but not for this.
All right. Best skin tint sheer foundation. So can you go back one? Best tinted moisturizer was the Hourglass.
Now hold up, please, because what is the name of the Hourglass?
Wait, that's why I asked you to go back. Because I was like, wait,
what's
wasn't
the name
it just
of that?
skin
It's called
tint?
Skin Tint. This is the best skin tint sheer foundation.
Oh God,
because Estee Lauder or Estee Slaughter, had coin to give.
Yeah,
and while I do think that this product is lovely,
Estee Lauder Futurist Skin Tint Serum. This is new. This came out over the fall, I believe, of 2023, like November, December.
Yeah.
I got this and I love the way it looked on my hand. I will say I did not put it on because I could tell this was not made for combination and oily skin. I should just give it to you. Have you worn this like full face?
I've only tried it on my hand and I like it on my hand. But then again, I'm nervous when I see oil infusion products because not that I'm against oil infusion, but I'm afraid of the separation between church and state. Church being the primer, state being the tint.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, this in theory sounds really great.
It looks beautiful. Yeah.
I got to give it, like, usually I do love Estee Lauder complexion products, but I don't know. This one, like when I saw it, I think it was the price point that it was like over $50. And I was like, yeah, mama, that's a little wild for $52 or something. I was like, no.
But I do remember loving the way this looked and felt like when I was playing with the formula. So yeah, I think you got to give this a full face try and see what you think. And that's a cool thing too. Nothing else. Like I will say this about this list, unlike Allure, 2 of the 3 we've seen so far, like it's giving me, I'm like, oh, okay, like let's visit that. Let's try it because it's not out and out. Like I know that's trash. So that's kind of cool about this list. It makes you think it's worth skimming through this.
Speaking of trash.
Oh no, girl. Oh my God. Best matte foundation goes to the Bare Minerals Bare Pro 24-hour, oh my God, liquid, I'm not reading the whole title, liquid foundation with SPF 20, because that's going to do something. Girl, why? Something about Bare Minerals foundation, it can't escape the powder. Even the liquids, when you blend them out on the face, it's as though they all dry down to that powdery, just decrepit.
They're probably dumping that mineral veil in there.
Decrepit, pore settling, texture enhancing, dry. Like, even when it's on my skin,
it's gross.
I'm like, this is making my skin thirsty because this foundation is thirsty. Like, this foundation needs a drink of water.
Back in the day, the Bare Pro, before this was reformulated, used to be a good foundation.
Yeah.
And then this?
Yeah.
Ms. Bare Pro and then Ms. Bare Glow.
Yeah, no, girl. This ain't it.
No.
Mama,
no. Not that.
No.
And then, so the best dewy foundation, they gave the award to the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I am so curious about this because I've seen photos, I've seen wear claims and everything, and this to me is so intriguing.
Apparently, this is lit.
And I keep going to the MAC store and I keep looking at this and I'm like, why have I not purchased this yet? But like,
don't, because one day I remember this, it was a couple months ago. You and I went to Ulta out of boredom and quite literally were like, we have everything. And we were like, we just want to buy something to like feel love. And I bought this and I specifically bought it in... I remember like swatching and I said, I was like, this is a slightly light for me where I'd have to bronze myself, but it matched both of us. I have never tried after buying it. I never wore it once because it's radiant. So I know it's not going to work for me, but I specifically bought it because I did want to play with it once, but I know I'm going to end up giving it to you because this will probably look stunning on you. So this is another one you got to...
because this one piques my curiosity.
This is giving
more
you
than
homework. This
is like, and you know what? I appreciate because think about how many of these lists have we done now since doing this podcast? When was the last time a MAC product was on one of these?
I know. Isn't that the truth? I know.
Think about that.
Oh my God. 1987. Picture it, Sicily. Yeah.
I literally just now, I'm like, no launch of theirs has ever been on one of these Best of Beauty Awards.
I
or
believe
Holy
it.
Grail. It's amazing to me. So I do think this is probably a very standout product. I'm very excited to try this. Awesome. I can't wait.
Best concealer goes to the Laura Mercier.
Remember that.
I think I know because I remember when I skimmed through.
Okay.
The best concealer goes to the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Concealer. Okay, yeah. Can you go to the next one? Okay, so then now we have the best under eye concealer is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Concealer. Okay, when I was skimming this list, A, I'm impressed that we included darker shades in the photos.
In the photo.
Which is shocking. Again, Allure could never. But B, I am impressed that they had the wherewithal to separate those two.
Okay, I agree.
Right?
Because this under my eye is not the jam. On my face.
Girl.
Amazing.
I almost want to go back to the era of this coming out because I know we talked about this a lot on the pod.
Yeah.
And I would kind of put money on, I feel like that was our final assessment. Where I said, I was like, because we tried it again and again and again.
And
I was
use it on like your beauty channel, everything.
Yes.
And I remember this not working under my eye or it being too light or looking odd under the eye. But
on the face, it was like skin. Girl.
Yeah.
So even when I was skimming this super quick, when you had sent me this idea, I remember I scrolled past it and I was like, best concealer. And I was like, okay. And then when I saw best under eye concealer, I had a little bit of like I was like, oh. Like, I was like, you had the wherewithal to separate that to realize that those can be very different
formulas.
Asks.
And let me tell you something. These are very, very different textures.
Night and day.
And this is like, while the other one for the best under eye concealer is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Concealer, you can use this all over the face as well. But for the face, I prefer the Laura Mercier because it's a little bit richer, a little bit more dense.
Yes.
Where this, the Makeup Forever, is better underneath the eye because I can layer this a couple times. They have color correcting shades. And I can really really build this up and it doesn't look crazy. I could set it and it still looks like skin, where the Laura, I cannot do that under my eye.
Yeah.
It is a couple dots, done.
Yeah.
Set it and you got what you got.
Yeah.
But on the face, the Makeup Forever is nice, but it's not going to cover the way Laura does.
Okay.
Which I'm like, I really had to take a step back because I was like, oh.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Compared to
like
last,
profound.
Very. Yeah. Compared to last, and that's where, going back to the intro of reading their criteria, I wonder who's at Cosmo that must really be a makeup fan. You know what I'm saying? To know to even separate it.
To say that we're
unlike the
both.
Allure Awards last year, where it was best concealer, best full coverage concealer, and then best, I don't even know, taint concealer.
Well, the Shape Tape Radiant was labeled as a sheer coverage.
Sheer coverage.
Mama.
And then best full coverage concealer was the Bare Minerals Squeeze. And then the regular squeeze tube that was like a sheer paste, full coverage. And then just the regular concealer in the middle was the Bobbi Brown. So this is night and day. Like, this is night and day.
Yeah.
So that's the first one I absolutely agree with, is I think what Laura did with that concealer was incredibly impressive. It really was that, it like the foundation. It was even though the foundation, I came to a conclusion with that real flawless whatever.
Wasn't for me.
It's the exact same as the Rare Beauty foundation.
I don't like that.
And the Rare Beauty it wears better and it doesn't settle on me the way the Laura did.
Yeah.
I think Rare Beauty, because it's an oil-based foundation. And I felt insane because I remember when the Laura went viral, when Glamzilla just was painting on pounds of it and said it was the most beautiful thing she's ever worn. Everyone was acting like they invented a new foundation formula. And the minute I felt it, I was like, this is the Rare Beauty formula. But people had like gaslit me so much on TikTok and everything that I was like, is this like different? So I texted Alexis from the Lipstick Lesbians, and I was like, am I insane, or is the Laura Mercier just an oil-based foundation like the Rare Beauty? And she was like, it is packed with oils. And I was like, okay, thank you. That being said, as someone that oil-based foundations work on me, I was like, the Rare Beauty's better. So that's that. But there was a little bit of that technology in the concealer, and it was breathtaking. So good for them.
And it was the right formula. Yeah.
Yes, good for them. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you betcha.
Oh, God. The best setting powder goes to the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Matte Translucent Setting Powder. You know what's really fun about this? This is the first time we've done like an award episode after doing this for a full year. So I remember every single time we've talked about one of these products on Purchase or Pass, this was old studio at the apartment, pink backdrop, PR boxes, opening them up, trying it on the beginning of the episode, and looking decrepit at the end. Yeah. I remember this is cool to remember all these, but we tried this live on the air. Guys, this was one of the worst powders I've ever used
Immediately.
In my life. Immediately. Mean Girls.
All high school junior
girls report to the gymnasium immediately.
The broken arm.
Yeah. This was a decrepit girl.
I will never forgive Milk for this.
I know.
Because you know what? Milk had something very, very special back in the day. And they had a beautiful setting powder that was amazing. Mm-hmm. 3 shades, translucent, a medium, and then a deep. Mm-hmm. They also had, do you remember the Blur Stick?
Yes.
The Blur Stick, I loved.
Yes.
Was amazing. It did its job. It was magic to me.
Yeah.
Because the way it would smooth me out but not emphasize texture, anything, it was so wonderful.
Yeah.
They have now come out with this to rival that, and now a Pore Eclipse mattifying blurring stick, which if it's not...
I was, the whole time you're saying that, I thought I was Delulu, but I was like, did they just relaunch that? Because I think I saw that on Sephora on the new page. Yeah. Well, you know what this is a symptom of? This is what we're always complaining about. And even last week on the worst makeup of 2024, talking about the e.l.f. Power Grip Setting Spray. Enough with, we have a product, and God forbid in this TikTok era, one product of somebody goes viral, they then like are sliding off their seats. And let's say it was, you know, some brand comes out with sticky blushes and they go viral. Then we need sticky setting spray and sticky powders and sticky lips. Like, stop. Just because you have one successful product doesn't mean you need sticky lips. I just heard it. Reckon.
That's why I'm like, because you're like, sticky.
Yeah. Just because you have one successful product. I almost feel like these brands then go, well, we need to come out with Pore Eclipse setting spray and Pore Eclipse powder and Pore Eclipse this.
And
they rush everything else to market, and it's inferior to the original product.
What product from the Pore Eclipse line was successful? And I'm not being shady. I'm being honest. And
quickly.
Quickly. What do you do successfully? Quickly.
Pore Eclipse, I think.
Tell me.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think the first... I think the first Pore Eclipse was the primer, right?
Not successful.
And then it was the setting spray.
Not successful. Setting powder. Not successful.
But you know who?
The blur stick. Not successful.
But you know who said it was the greatest thing she ever used? The primer?
Let me guess. Michaela.
So it wasn't that it was actually good.
All right.
It was that at the time, the biggest TikTok influencers
got the check.
Gave it the stamp of approval. So it sold out in 5 seconds. And the money they made from Michaela selling it out, then they said, let's hope they don't notice it's not good and come out with a setting spray and a powder and a whatever. Like, and everything else, I always feel like when they do that, then is inferior to the original. Yeah. Or if you're gonna do it right, but it feels rushed.
Yeah.
We know the timeline. I know you weren't planning all along to have Q1 be the fucking primer, Q2 be the setting spray, Q3 be the powder, which is over my dead ass. How many, cut the cameras. Dead ass. How many, dead ass. How many products come out that don't have a follow-up? Because they don't think they're going to be a big thing. It just so happens that the ones that go uber viral then have, you know, start fucking out baby sisters every month after that. Please. So I know you're rushing it to market. And it's always an inferior formula because of that. Oh, wow. Okay. So best powder foundation, the Lawless Talc-Free Skin Smoothing Perfecting Powder. Didn't even know Lawless had a powder foundation.
Yeah.
Dying to try this.
It's great.
Oh, really?
It's amazing.
Wow.
It is so nice. So I was in a Sephora that not every Sephora carries Lawless. I'm talking like a full one bay of it where it is. Unreal. I like felt this on my hand. And in the picture, it looks like it has like a satin finish.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, you put this on the skin and it is so like smooth and it is like somewhat feels generic at first.
Okay.
But then when the more you look at it and like I even like would squeeze my hand together, I would like kind of rub it through a little bit and it really looks perfect.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
It
Coverage?
Really, light to medium. So it is because
it is a finishing powder or a powder foundation.
I would say it's a powder foundation, but like with the Lawless aesthetic of it being skin-like, it's not going to be.
Get it.
It's not going to be full, but like putting this on by itself,
it's not one size. Yeah.
No, but it's a little bit slightly less.
Okay.
It's slightly less than one size, which I actually prefer.
Kind of like She Glam.
Very much like She Glam.
Wow.
But not the shade range of She Glam, which was disappointing.
I was just looking up how many shades. Yeah.
Yeah. How many? 7.
All right. Ew, freak. How'd you know that? Yeah, 7. I will say at least it's dispersed. It's not euphoria-ing things because euphoria would have stopped at medium. We have 3 shades deeper. So at least for being an indie brand.
To be like a light coverage.
Exactly.
But it's light where it evens out. Like when I put it on my hand, it like.
Yeah. Gave a decent amount. Yeah.
It was evening out my skin without it being full coverage powder.
Heavy.
I think this is, and because I'm a big fan of taking pressed powders and putting it over my makeup, and I love setting with them like that.
Yeah. Well, this makes me really want to try it because I think I might have said a couple episodes ago how you were saying you don't love finishing powders, and I do love finishing powders for mature and like lines. on myself, and this almost sounds like, yeah, I would be enticed by this because, like I said, I've had to pull back from my one size powder because it's just been too heavy on me recently, where I've been gravitating towards a She Glam, but this entices me because it almost sounds like a hybrid between a powder foundation and a finishing.
That's exactly what it is.
Almost, it is and does what a powder foundation does, but lays like a finishing powder.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Think so this is real. I always forget how much I like this, but it's just not accessible.
Exactly. It's hard.
When I go to shop for it in store, I only know one store that has it that I've seen. And so we'll see. But this is great. So the best bronzer, not cream powder, the best bronzer across all categories.
Really? Oh my God.
Across all categories is the Glossier Cloud Paint Bronzer.
What do we think?
Foolish, childish,
I was gonna say,
foolish
girl.
bitch behavior.
I don't touch, listen, and people might get mad at me for this. I don't touch Glossier with a 10-foot pole. And here's why. It's homophobic. And here's why. It all feels like, we've done that in a while. It feels like everything is like gummy, goopy, translucent, use your fingers, Jones Road.
Do you know what this gives me?
No makeup nonsense.
Do you remember in SpongeBob when Squidward squeezes the paint and he's like screaming, having a mental breakdown?
Yes.
That's this.
Yeah, it just reminds me.
Girl, I could picture a child in Sephora just squeezing these, like having them like,
yeah.
And just all there, because when I go into a Sephora, these are squeezed all over the gondola.
Ew.
The lip balms are open, squeezed in the slot, and then they mush it down. I'm like, this brand feels like a joke to me, and I've swatched these, and I don't like the colors of the bronzers. The blushes I've tried, mama, I go to on
tap.
Oh,
foundation. Reckon.
And it rips my foundation off.
Yeah,
girl, it's like it starts to like, I'm like blending it out, and I blend out the area and it's pink,
as though you put Scotch tape and wax.
And I was like, oh my God, where's my foundation? And
it's probably so, you know how fucking much oil is probably,
and it's like if you took Smashbox, the Goopy primer, and mixed it with like a liquid blush and a bronzer, that's what this feels like.
House Labs eye paints. I'll say it.
The shimmers.
Girl, the shimmer, yes, that good distinction, because the mattes are work me out. The House Labs shimmer eye paints are makeup remover.
Yeah.
I will never forget the first time I did my whole eye. I laid that ground, I laid pipe for hours. I did the transition. Everything was good. And I was like, all right, time for the silver shimmer. Pat.
Silver had like a rainbow.
Gone, girl. It removed my eyeshadow. Yeah. I was infuriated. Oh, that's what this gives. That's disappointing.
Yeah.
And you know what's also disappointing with these awards? Kevin just teased the one after this. Oh, I cannot believe. Debbie. Pastels. Fucking that final thought was, I'm mad with these awards that they don't include more indie brands. That's what I was going to say.
I had something in my mouth and I was trying to swallow. I'm so sorry.
This is why we did the worst makeup last week, guys, because we said we want you to know our thoughts in case something foolish happens.
Yeah. So you're telling me out of every liquid blush launch last year or cream blush launch last year that the Nude Stick SPF ones beat everything out,
girl,
in terms of pigment, wear time, formula,
sinner's prayer. Like, get out.
This is crazy to me.
This is
not right.
This makes me ill.
No, because even, you know what I was thinking about when we picked our best makeup of 2024 so far? Did you notice that majority of our picks were complexion and mainly blush?
Because, girl, I just realized the other day we're getting waterboarded with blush again. I thought that was, what was it, was it 2023? Last year or 22?
23 was blush.
Oh my God, it's not stopping now. And I thought we had, because we did, I will say.
And this year has been blush too.
We had a break. Like 2023, I feel like the blushes finally stopped around fall. Like, because then they were coming out with, like, I would say November, December, January, February, March. Blush. Now, the minute, like April, May again of this year, we've had House Labs blush bombs, the Lawless cream blushes, the Morphe blush bombs, the Huda Beauty blushes, the Give Beauty blushes. It's not stopping.
No.
Like, girl, and out of all those ones I just listed, this is not even a blush. These I got in PR, and I'll say this. I didn't hate anyone enough to even give these away. Squirted it out on the hand, no matter what color, blend it out, disappears. It looks like the way a brand that's come out with adaptable foundations. Like it's going to turn...
Josie Moran.
It's going to match your skin. It's clear or white, and it's going to turn your skin tone.
Yeah.
That's what these look like when they blend it out. Let alone having SPF 30 in my liquid blush. So why do I want only SPF 30 on my blush?
Yeah.
Like these were a joke. Best powder blush goes to Addiction Tokyo, the blush. Mm-hmm. Addiction Tokyo is the brand.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
Neither have I.
Cosmo. That makes me want to... I'm looking up Addiction Tokyo.
And I hope there's other shades that don't have shimmer in them for blush. I hope that there's like matte shades. But again, this is where I'm like, okay, like they probably had to pick one color of the blush to do. But like, I love that I've never heard of this brand before. And it's on their Holy Grail beauty products.
Oh, this apparently also won an L 2023 award.
You know what these remind me of? The Surratt ones.
Yes. So that looks like the pearl formula.
The pearl.
So, but there is a lot of matte shades and everything. These are $26. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they remind me like the colors and the finishes, the pan sizes,
very
everything.
Surratt vibes.
No, that's okay.
Girl, very, very, very Surratt vibes. The eyeshadows.
Okay. This is very Surratt
really
looking.
Cool. Wow. God. Okay. I have to say, I'm really like loving the
I love that.
This list so far. That's cool.
All right. So the next up, we have the best multi-stick. This goes to the Stila Blush and Bronze Hydro Blur Cheek Duo. Now, I will say, I've seen these in person.
Okay.
And my only qualm is that I don't like when I have a contour shade. Don't tell me what color blush to put on.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? In a perfect world, do you know what I would love? Imagine if you had the center component, you pick out your contour shade, and then you pick out a blush shade and you like snap and like click it together. And then you have a double-sided.
I completely agree that go together because that's my problem with multi-use sticks, like double-sided sticks.
The blush or the contour is always wrong.
Wrong. Like I remember when NYX came out with, they did the nude stick things. It was like the first contour shade was amazing and cool tone. The second one was warm and a bronzer and too dark. But then the blush with the first one was horrible and the blush with the second one was beautiful. So I'm like, I'm not going to use either. Like, I agree with you. I would like to rather cocktail.
Like, let me buy the unit with like the contour stick. And then on the other side, you can either put like a little cap if you just need a contour stick.
Yes.
Or undo the cap and then lock in a blush.
Yes. Yeah. And how's the formula of this?
Pretty good.
Nice.
These are actually really, really nice. I do love these. Like I got to give it to them.
Okay, real quick. This Addiction Tokyo, I was looking at the website for the lipstick Extreme Shine. There was one, it says pink with a cool undertone. Then shade called Endlessly, a nude beige that blends endlessly with skin. Look at that nude. So much beige.
I'm salivating.
Girl, I'm ordering a lot from Addiction Tokyo tonight.
Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh man.
Oh my God. That looks beautiful. And so we're going to roll right into not only again, cream highlighter. This is the best highlighter across cream, powder, everything. And this goes to drumroll. The Canary Bird Yellow Highlighter from Pixi.
I'm offended even having to look at a photo of this, let alone put this on my face.
Highlighter?
Not Rare Beauty.
Not rare.
This is shocking.
Hard candy?
Tears almost. These sticks.
Lottie London.
Deserves better. Yeah. Pixi. These sticks are...
Canary Bird. That's butter stick. That's a butter stick, mama.
Girl, I wish, you know what? I wish Land O'Lakes packaged their butter in this packaging so that I could roll it on my corn and my corns.
Oh my God, you know those butter stick things when you put the stick of butter to roll it on corn?
Yeah, that's what this is.
Deodorant packaging.
Yes.
Cosmo. Don't even want to talk about this.
Cosmo.
Not this, mama.
Yeah. These are either working me out or working my last nerve. It's no in between. Girl, this
setting spray is not it, mama.
Doesn't do anything.
Shockingly fine mist. Yes. Is shockingly on this list.
Yes.
Shockingly fine mist. Shockingly on this list. Yeah, love that.
Ridiculous.
Out of every setting spray, really?
This screams like they paid. Best brow pencil/pen is the KS & Co. Micro Feathering Brow Pen.
I'm like, okay. This is one of the products that I'm so curious about.
Okay.
Because it got amazing reviews.
Okay.
It's a little bit pricey.
How much?
I think it's like $42.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
Because that's a little nuts. But I love the idea of these brands that I've never heard of. And like this micro feathering brow pen that I'm like kind of into. The price point is wild and out with Nick Cannon.
Is it one of those like marker pens?
You know what? I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm assuming.
I would imagine for micro feathering. Yeah. I would imagine it's like the Milani kind of like brush tip eyeliner-y. Yeah, to make hair like strokes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, it's just cool that they're giving it to different brands.
That it's not our typical walk-in Ulta, CVS, or Sephora.
Allure walked into Sephora, spun in a circle, and picked out the shittiest crap.
Maybelline, the 3-color are the best quad eyeshadows.
The best 4-color eyeshadow palette. There's 3 colors in the fucking cube.
I'm sick all over again.
An eyeshadow cube.
That one turned my stomach.
Yeah.
That's where my villain origins story
best
started.
4-color eyeshadow palette. And it wasn't a palette. It was a cube. And
with
there was 3 colors. Best cream bronzer.
A best hair care seal.
No, the best powder bronzer was the NARS Laguna Cream. It was just Allure. AI. Literally. Yeah, so I like that they're giving these to like different things.
Yeah.
Another one, I'm super interested to try.
So this is the best brow gel, and it goes to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Gel. Now, I will say I liked this. It's fine, but the Rare Beauty is leagues and bounds better than this, and
I know.
It came out in 2023.
Yeah. I've never used a better clear brow gel than Rare Beauty.
It was honestly my favorite. To this day, I use it every day. It's my favorite brow gel.
And if this milk tubing isn't on one, so my conclusion is I love a tinted brow gel for my brows and beard. I can't use the milk on my beard because of the tubing aspect. So when I put it on my beard, because it's the tubing and it's wrapping the hairs, it looks like I have
thickness.
These little, I can't describe it. Like I gently dip the tips, only the tips of my beard hairs in something. And
it
then
starts to volumize
you can
your
see
beard.
My natural root without anything coated. Where because of this, because your eyebrow hairs are longer and you can comb it through, it coats the whole brow. So it's really only good for the brow.
You got beard extensions.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But right now, this is all I have on my brows. And I will say when I use the milk tubing brow gel, the new stuff.
I'm so curious.
You don't even need to if you have decent brows, you don't even need to fill them. Because it gives so much volume that it is like, I don't need to fill it with a pencil.
Yeah.
Because it makes them look full. But I agree. And I feel like I watched a couple reviews between like Manny, etc. And they kind of, with this were like, okay, like it wasn't crazy. So I'm really surprised. This should have gone to Rare Beauty.
Yeah.
Wow. The best eyeshadow palette goes to the Patrick Ta Beauty Major Dimensions 3 Matte Eyeshadow Palette. 2 preliminary thoughts. When you're awarding eyeshadow, it really should be going to an indie brand because I don't think any mainstream brand is killing eyeshadow at the moment. For a mainstream brand, Sephora, Ulta, etc., great choice.
Yeah.
This is really cool that they're giving it to that because we said we very rarely recommend high-end products, high-end eyeshadows, but this was one thing last year you and I were ranting and raving about because it was something not only to have the black and brown creams, but the array of these specific mattes to have a white and a black, and then the array of warm, neutral, and cools was perfection. And the formulas to die for.
Yeah. I love this, but I would have loved to see like a more versatile eyeshadow.
Girl.
There we go.
And Adept Cosmetics. Those palettes are honestly what Pat McGrath wishes she was doing. Like those are unbelievable.
So we have the best glitter eyeshadow that was awarded to Pat McGrath.
I feel
the Chroma Luxe Artistry Pigments.
Yeah.
Are these those pot shadows in like the twist off pots?
I think so. This
Foolish.
This is like the
Foolish.
like hourglass, like the hourglass
100%.
ones. The
That is not. Get out.
girl, those are
Jail.
Photoshop sparkles.
Mama, it's giving Kiko.
Yes.
Photoshop sparkles.
Yes. Weird to call this a pigment. You know what I mean?
It's artistry pigment. It's an eyeshadow in a pot.
Yeah.
And glitter eyeshadow.
You know what should have got this? The Moira. All those individuals.
Yeah.
Remember when
Those press shots.
we filmed that one? That was when you
the
and
blue?
I was super self-tanned and I did the black smoky eye and I did press the black and it looked like fucking oil spill.
Yeah,
Like,
what did I do?
turned me on.
Oh, I did like a pink. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did like more of a natural eye and I did more daytime, you did more nighttime.
That was in our 2024 drugstore makeup starter kit. The
girl,
Moira should have won. The Moira were incredible.
Disgust, mama. That I made it to the lip. Like, I just don't,
All right, best liquid eyeliner goes to Danessa Myricks Beauty Fine Line Fluid Paint Brush Liner. I got this in PR.
Gray.
I don't think I ever used. What'd you say?
It's gray.
It's gray. I don't think I ever.
It's not solid black. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's solid black for the first couple times you use it and swipe it.
Yeah.
Every time I pick this up when I'm in a store, because I love a brush tip liner.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, I'm learning very quickly. I still like one that I dip into
Yeah.
for a liquid liner
That's crazy.
or a felt marker.
Yes.
Like the one size.
Okay.
So I love a dip liner like the Sephora collection, the high precision, because then I know it's going to be rich,
Yeah.
rich black pigment.
Yes.
And
yes.
matte.
Yeah.
This claims to be matte.
Yeah.
Satin gray eyeliner.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And I could see through it, mama.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Translucent.
I don't like that.
See, it's funny because I'm too shaky for things you have to dip. Like,
Oh,
I know I would love, but I just can't. It takes me forever. So I need a pen because it gives me a little bit more stability.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember not being impressed by this when I like tried it when I got it and I never used it again. But I would have, if you were looking for something along these lines, I would have given it to the Urban Decay from last year. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
The ergonomic ones. Those were incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the best volumizing mascara goes to the L'Oreal Paris Panorama Mascara. This is by far one of my favorite mascaras to date. It is one of the best tubing formulas on the market because it does not stay wet.
Yes.
Like the Milani in
Yes.
the green tube, the like highly rated or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Which don't tell me something is brand new and the name is highly rated. It's like the Sunday Riley eye cream being called 5 stars.
I'll be the judge of
It's
that.
going to be a 4.7 for me at best. No, and I do love that eye cream. But let me tell you something. I have backups on backups of these.
Yeah.
Because I love one in black brown. I love it in blackest black and black.
Yes.
When I'm feeling frisky,
Yeah.
I put on a little black brown.
Oh, I just put on a little black brown, have a Luna bar, and just fuck around.
Yeah.
You put on black brown when you want to feel like a woman.
I have brown mascara on right now. And
Yeah.
I love
this
it. I
is-
love brown mascara. This is by far one of like the best tubing formulas. If it wasn't tubing, I would still love this formula. But the fact that it is tubing makes it a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. No. Phenomenon. Right? That's what it rhymes of. The best waterproof mascara goes to the YSL Beauty Lash Clash Extreme Volume Waterproof Mascara.
I love Miss Lash Clash. I don't like waterproof.
I'm happy for her, but you don't like waterproof formulas.
I don't.
Yeah.
They dry out my lashes. I think it's pointless. I've never had a mascara where I've needed waterproof, where a regular mascara has not lasted.
Mm-hmm.
And mama, I have shed a tear or two in mascara and I've been fine.
Yeah.
I've never had mascara going down my face.
Yeah. I think like when I did bridal, I always had to do obviously waterproof because like God forbid one of those clients like saw that your mascara wasn't waterproof.
Oh, I lied.
It was as though you fucking...
She lied.
It was as though you smeared fucking Prego ragu tomato sauce on their face. Like,
oh, yeah.
If you put not waterproof.
They were like, is that waterproof? I'm like,
I
yeah.
lied.
I lied. I should have known when I seen her.
I just remember what that was from.
Oh my God. Yeah. Then when you said you're bald,
She
I was
lied.
like, oh, yeah. Bald.
How do you feel? She lied. I should have known when I seen her hair. Yeah, so, and especially with the kind of advent and popularization of tubing mascara, I think waterproof is just getting kind of antiquated.
And do you know what's weird? The L'Oreal Panorama mascara comes in a waterproof formula. And I'm like, wait, but it comes off with water.
Yes.
How is it waterproof then if it's a tubing mascara? Makes no sense.
I know that sounds super weird that we're saying that, but with a tubing mascara, it comes off, it should be called like tear proof. Because you know what I mean? Like a tubing mascara will come off with warm water, but if you cry in a tubing mascara, it's not really going to smudge the way a regular one should not move in. So it should almost be called like tear proof, because I don't get waterproof. Who's fucking going in a dunk tank with makeup on? Why is that the standard word? You know what I mean?
No, but it's like people go to the beach with like full faces of makeup on with like mascara and everything. And I'm like, Mama, when I'm hot, when I'm in a situation with water involved, I want nothing on my face.
Absolutely.
I want SPF.
Even if people are wearing full faces of makeup to the beach, out of, let's say you do your makeup 250 times in a calendar year, how many of those are you up to the neck in water? Not enough for an entire waterproof industry.
No, for me to
it should be
like
called
a bowl of water to test it. Like I'm confused.
I don't get that.
Am I showering with my makeup on and then going out now? Like I'm very
Oh, best false lashes goes to the Kiss Impress Press-On Falsies. I still love these.
I love them.
They take a learning curve. We've talked, oh my God, last year, they should have, the fact that Kiss hasn't given us a fucking dime with how much we talked about these lashes.
It's kind of insulting.
I know, but they're insane. They're amazing. So,
I do love these. Yeah. They are great.
Much more kind of user-friendly than glue and a whole lash band, but they take a learning curve to get comfortable putting them on the underside of your eyes. But they're really cool and innovative, and it was super awesome last year to see these.
Yeah. So we have the best lip pencil that goes to Exa All Smiles Bare Lip Pencil. Another thing that I'm like, a brand I've never heard of. Lip pencils that I felt like these were affordable. I felt like they were like $16 maybe.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
I love that because, again, here's a brand that I've never heard of.
Wow, I can't believe you think that's affordable. I think that's wrong.
I think your opinions are invalid. My opinion on your opinion is invalid. Oh my God, I can't. But I was like, okay, another brand that I've never heard of, but like I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Like these might not be my cup of tea, but I love that they are giving brands their spotlight for a minute. And I appreciate this so much. But now on the other hand,
oh God.
These are the best shiny
lipstick.
The NARS Afterglow Sensual Shine lipsticks. Mama, that shade range, everything and nothing.
Yeah.
Brown, peach, coral, red, purple. And that's just the one shade. That's Dolce Vita.
Yes.
Their nudes are peach. Their reds are brown.
Yes.
And their browns are orange. And their orange is terracotta.
Yes.
I just don't. God, it makes me sick.
These NARS lipsticks are I can't. It's like a lipstick you put on when you think you're being brave, but you want it to fade in a half hour. You know what I mean? Like your confidence throughout the night, this is going to disappear in mere minutes.
You know what this is to me? This is a product of like performative nature for someone that likes attention because they're like, I have to put my lipstick back
retouch
on.
it every 5 seconds.
Oh, and they're pulling out their little compact mirror at the dinner table.
Their little gold cigarette.
They're like, I have to go to the powder room.
Yes.
And I'm like, girl, we're in Arby's. Just go to the bathroom.
Yes. And put on your liquid lipstick and eat your meats.
Yeah. We have the meats.
Girl.
You're in a dimly lit cheesecake factory. You don't need to.
Oh. Yeah, where is the color? Where's the beef? Where's the fucking coverage? Yeah. No, these are boot nasty.
Disgust.
The colors are the colors.
Criminal.
They're
Mama,
all
I'm
somehow
in love
brown
with
and
criminal.
red. They're all brown and red.
Yeah.
Or literally melted caramel.
J-Lo's wet peach lip.
Literally. All right, and then we have best lip gloss goes to the Sunday Riley Dream Lip
Summer
Oil.
Fridays.
What is Sunday Riley? Sunday, take 2. Yeah, I'm having a stroke.
You're like, Summer Riley's.
Yeah, Summer Riley's Arby's roast beef. It was like Drew Barrymore. Summer roast. The best lip gloss.
Mama Law.
Mama Law. Goes to The Summer Fridays Dream Lip Oil.
Oh my God.
This is your tea.
Okay, so first of all,
I don't know anything about
calling this a lip gloss when it's a lip oil. I understand that it's glossy.
Yes.
But it's a very different texture. And
yes,
I don't appreciate this because there's 4 colors.
A. And B, you know what aggravates me about the lip oil era we're in is that I would like lip gloss again. I would like lip gloss again, everyone. I don't know about you, but I feel personally fucking victimized.
Wait, what does that mean? I would like to see it. Yeah. I would like to see a gloss.
Girl, I would, because of these fucking lip oils, these pH bullshit, maracuja oil, slippy fucking, now it's a crime, apparently, to like fucking lip gloss. Have they made a lip gloss in the past year and a half? Am I right? What brand has come out with a traditional, goopy, star, on my knees lip gloss? Except REM Beauty came out with the REM.
But those were even, I don't know.
Because they were stick.
Because I want pigment, though.
I know.
Those are beautiful, and I do enjoy.
Yes.
But you know which glosses still hold a place in my heart, and I will never let them go?
Milani Extreme.
No.
Okay.
Well.
Those are great.
Okay. The Milani plumping glosses in the original colors.
Yes. Champagne.
Almost Bare.
Oh, yes.
Which discontinued, and it was a crime because I used to wear that and lip liner and then just be like, and
fuck around. Yeah.
Do you know which glosses still do it for me?
Who?
The Marc Jacobs glosses.
They make them?
Do you remember them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
but how do you? Oh, you still have them?
Because I refuse to let them go because when I swatch them, Cherry Moon, the hot pink, the nudes, cream and sugar. Sugar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because let's talk about it. All of these goddamn lip oils that have come out in the past 2 years and pH bullshit.
They ruin your lipstick.
Exactly, girl. It breaks up the formula you're putting it on
it's
top
an oil.
of. So for the rest of us that still want to fuck around, I want a full coverage fucking layer that I could scrape off with a spackle fucking trowel.
But I want better colors
thick
than that.
Opaque. Yeah. That's even different. I want an inch of lip gloss on my lips. And I don't care if it's sticky. I don't care if it's whatever. Because listen, there's a lid for every pot. And the ones of us doing would like our lip glosses back,
and
everyone.
I want glosses that look like stained glass.
Yes.
That smooth out every line in my lips. That's how thick I want that formula to be museum wax.
Girl, I want my lips
it to be like
to look
yeah, like I want
because then you have buxom that the colors, it basically shears down into nothing. Like it's too translucent.
Yes.
I want stop the war on lip gloss.
Yeah, I want men to be like
keep Christ in lip gloss.
Literally, make lip gloss great again.
Girl, yeah. Yes, because you're totally right.
It's infuriating because we have the best lip plumpers.
Which, guess what? Lip plumpers.
Duck plump.
Aren't lip gloss. That's a lip plumper. I want I don't want to burn. I don't want the back of my throat to tingle and burn.
Speak for yourself. Do you remember the Glam Glow lip plumpers?
Oh, yes.
I called urgent care one day on my way to work. I think I broke Johnny. I remember it was our time at Sephora. And do you... I'm not kidding.
I called urgent care.
I did. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
So I'm on my way to work. And I had the Glam Glow lip plumper on. Clear.
Yeah.
And I was drinking Starbucks. And I licked my lips. And within seconds, the back of my throat, I was like, and I was driving, and then
your eyes,
and I was like, oh my God, why do I feel? And then I started to panic, and I was like, oh my God, my throat is burning. I feel like my throat's closing.
Yeah,
it was so spicy in the back of my throat. I literally pulled over, and I was like, oh my God, am I having an allergic reaction? So I called the urgent care that was 15 minutes away from. I'm almost to Sephora, mind you. God. We're having our. Do you remember? Okay, we'll bleep her name. Was there? Yeah. I literally, of course, I knew we were having a visit that day. I'm in the parking garage. They were like, "No, do you do you feel like you can't breathe? And I was like, no, I think I'm fine. They were like, try drinking water and almost like flush it. And it was like slow. It took about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
For it to go away. And I went into work. I literally went in and threw it out. And they were like, oh, do you not like it? I was like, that thing almost killed me. And they were pulled off the market. Girl,
Glam Glow had like no regulations in my mind.
I called urgent care.
Do you remember the fucking masks that had the chunky glitter in them that were getting embedded in people's pores and creating cysts? And people were on the internet were blowing these giant
glitter. It was like a confetti can. Happy birthday! Burn! Yeah,
literally. Glam Glow.
You graduated high school.
Glam Glow was like on a different level.
Place.
They were godless.
The Barbie moisturizer.
Yes, girl.
The nude. What was that? God. The Glow Getter moisturizer.
Yes.
Nude Glow. Star Glow.
Yes. It was. Are they still in business?
I don't think so.
That would surprise me.
I actually, it was crazy because their original, like the clearing mud, the youth mud, and everything. God. Those were like Sephora top sellers. And then one day I went into work. The brand gone.
They got
the
out
minis
of control.
Gone.
Yeah.
Like something was going. Mama, they had Sonic the Hedgehog.
I know.
As a sponsor. I said, Mama, not him.
I know.
With the blue, remember the shimmering, the
glitter
silver mask.
Peel off. Yes.
And then they had the blue one for Sonic. I said, what?
I know.
Sonic the Hedgehog? Funny. I called urgent care.
I believe it. And that's the thing. Like, because listen, it's like, these are not lip glosses. These are obviously the best lip plumper. Okay. Properly labeled. Good for Cosmo. These are the Duck Plump NYX. I think these are very good lip plumpers. Like, but, I
want more shades and I want a more glossy texture. These almost feel like, a shiny liquid lip formula that doesn't dry down.
Yes.
So if that makes sense, like not a traditional liquid lipstick, but it's a full pigment shiny lipstick in a tube.
Yes.
I want gloss.
Yes.
I want something that has a hair more of like a base to this where it's a little more like glossy.
Yes.
And it tops a lipstick.
Yes.
This overpowers a lipstick.
I agree with you. Yes.
So if I have a nude and I put a nude on it, that nude that's apricot, not nude. Ruined my lipstick.
Yes.
It doesn't complement the look. It doesn't complement the formulas. It doesn't do anything productive.
Yes.
All right. So next up, we have the best Hall of Fame makeup product. And this is insulting. It's the Dior Addict Lip Glow Oil. Dries my lips out.
Just call it the most viral product ever. You know what I mean? That's
Hall
Hall of Fame. It's because popularity contest.
It is. This is prom king and queen.
Exactly.
It was a landslide vote because everyone's too afraid to go up against her.
And what a shame, because what a cool category, a best Hall of Fame makeup product, because this should go to someone that transcends almost like when they give out like the Cecil B. DeMille like honorary Oscar every year, that goes to the, Carol Burnett's and the whole, or the whatever, Angela Lansbury's, like give it to something that didn't have to come out in the prior year. And it's one of a brand's hero product that's been around for so long that still stands the test of time. That's what I get from Hall of Fame beauty product. Not Michaela made these viral and she bought army pants and flip-flops, so I bought army pants and flip-flops, so now it's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Be a leader, not a follower. Like you're supposed to be an awards list. Like best makeup game changer. The Jillian Dempsey FLYK Trick Mascara.
Flick Trick Mascara.
Flick Trick.
So this.
What am I looking at?
The tip of this.
Yeah.
The bee stinger, if you will. The cake spatula on top of this mascara. You bend it at a 90-degree angle and it becomes a stamp for like an eyeliner with the mascara formula. And then you put the mascara on and it becomes a wing liner tool and a mascara with the mascara formula.
But then you need to fill in the eyeliner with an eyeliner, correct? Or you would just have a triangle on the outside of your eye.
I don't know if they're claiming that you can do your eyeliner with this formula, but there is nary a formula of mascara that I'm using as an eyeliner.
On my skin, on my eyelid.
Like when I bumped my eyelid with mascara, I said, oopsie.
Yeah.
She did that and said, oh.
Yeah.
I am running out of time for work. Let me smudge it in.
That's interesting. I got to watch like a tutorial. I got to watch someone use this. That is weird.
I'm afraid to watch somebody use this because what if you forget to bend it and you're putting mascara on and you're just drawing mascara all over your nose?
Literally. Yeah.
Putting mascara on.
And when you bend it at a 90 degrees, How do you get it back in the tube?
And how do well, because then you like bend, almost like, remember the mascara?
Oh, it actually does bend. Like it goes back and forth. Okay.
Yeah. It's cool concept, but.
Yeah, we got to check that out.
And then last but not least, we have the best makeup splurge, which goes to the Prada Monochrome Soft Matte Buildable Weightless Lip Color.
I've never tried. I've never even swatched
Neither have I.
it. Yeah.
And nothing special for $50.
Yeah.
I think for a makeup splurge, I think Adept is a makeup splurge.
Yes. You know what? Also, I feel like something should have been on this list, especially because of the innovation and the difference and the aesthetic. I think they launched very well, and I feel like nobody knows about them, is something from Rabanne. Should have been on this list. Like the
glitter sprays.
The spray blushes and the spray silvers and gold and whatever. Like when Rabanne launched, it is so avant-garde and editorial and like, yeah, here's a 3 cans of silver, gold, and
rose
breathtaking. Gold. Yeah, like rose gold, reddish pink in a spray. You can use it as blush, you can whatever. And it's like, okay, then it comes in silver or gold. But Rabanne kind of launched with an attitude of like, be creative.
Like, could you imagine doing full artistry looks, like taping off your forehead in here and doing like a full blown like galaxy look and then spraying the silver?
Yeah, I got a bunch of Rabanne stuff downstairs. I got it in PR. We went through and that would be great to show on
the presentation
Patreon.
Is like,
yeah, it was unreal. It was so cool. Like it was so outside the box.
Yeah, their shadow duos, like the blue and the silver and everything. Like I want to go to like a Rabanne show.
Yes.
Like, and I want to see all the models with Rabanne looks on and know that it would just be stunning.
It launched with such a specific and well thought out aesthetic.
Yeah.
It was really impressive.
That's what I expect out of fashion house makeup lines.
Yes.
Where Prada,
I was like, okay.
It's giving basic. It's giving.
And the only thing I've tried from Prada was that foundation. The $74. It was like a soft matte foundation. So I was like, okay. I have to say it's up there. It's one of the nicer matte formulas I've tried, but I will say in my top 5 favorite foundations, it's like number 7.
Yeah.
It can't be number 7 for $75.
Yeah.
And you know what else it can't be for $75? In a plastic bottle.
That looks like it should be in something else.
Because it's refillable, so it's the cartridge, and then you have to buy the thing separately.
Yeah, because yours, I was like looking at it, I was like, where's the outside container? You're like, that is. And I said,
plastic.
It looks as if there's something missing from the bottle.
Yes. It should be in glass Prada, like, girl, $75. That's what I mean. If it's refillable, glass. I get making the refillable part recyclable. But if you're asking me to then buy the component that holds my foundation, which I'm assuming you want me to be a customer for life, Prada, if I'm buying the component to hold my refillable foundation, I would like it to maybe be a little bit nicer than $4.99 plastic. Like... That's what chapped my ass. So then it was like after that experience, I was like, I'm not rushing to go buy anything else. All right, girl, the Cosmo Awards. What'd you think of that? That was really cool. I thought they were
really, really cool. I like the categories, too, of like the Hall of Fame aspect of it. Do I agree with all the products that were in it? Not necessarily, but overall, really cool. Really down-to-earth awards that I felt like were deserving.
Blew Allure out of the water.
Yeah. Actual... accurate product descriptions and from indie brands and everything.
Yes.
I really, really appreciated that aspect of it. I can't wait to see other, you know, years of this to come, which is going to be so amazing.
And I'm so curious to just peruse all the categories. Because was that all the makeup or just specific?
That was pretty much all the makeup.
Okay. I would have loved to see like powder bronzers and powder blushes and...
A little strange that that was not the option. Because I even went back in and I started to pick like certain things. I was like, oh, no, let's just do it. And I was like, oh, there's really not much that I left out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very, very curious to see what all of you think of it. Because I thought it was very interesting. I definitely feel like this is more down to earth.
This was really cool. Let us know what you think. And if you want, we could dive into the skincare and the hair care and the nails and the so on and so forth. Because obviously there's definitely like reputability here with Cosmo. So Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to a brand new episode of Beautiful and Bothered. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel for your video episode one day early on Sunday, and leave us a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to the pod on there. Also, make sure to check out the Beyond Bothered Patreon. We have a lot of fun over there, and there's tons of bonus content for a very, very low price. Wherever you guys are, we hope you are happy, safe, and healthy. And remember,
you are beautiful.
Reckon!
Reckon!